This is an Evergreen Media Network studio production. Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Well, welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. Treasure Coast Connector is the talk show and online community where we put a spotlight on interesting local businesses and resources, then connect them to you, the consumers in the community. Everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do. When we learn about what's happening in our own backyard and support local businesses, it strengthens our local economy. For details on the show, links to discounts, promos, past interviews, check out www.tcconnector.com. One of the best places to find out about Vero Beach and all that it has to offer is to visit the Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce. So the Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce, they have maps, event calendars, resource booklets, information on local businesses, and so much more. Bob McCabe is the chairman of the Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce, and he is here to talk about the latest updates, what's happening at the Chamber and in Vero Beach. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you very much, Ellen. Pleasure to be here again.
Yes, I'm very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Of course, before we even got in here into our seats, what did we do? We told Kim Kriske of Evergreen Media Network that she had to be a member, did we not?
Yes, we did.
I think I flat out bullied her.
Yeah, we've set a high precedent there, so I have high expectations of you bringing that one home.
Oh, yes, I'm saying it publicly, and so there we go. So now, before we talk about what's happening at the Chamber, because there's lots of things happening, I want you to share a little bit about your background, because it is very extensive in terms of the corporate side, business side, and politics.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I started my business career with General Motors in New York City and had a really good run with General Motors and really enjoyed it. 30-plus years working with GM. Got me assignments all over the world in places like Inner Mongolia, Bauto, Inner Mongolia, and even made it to the jungles of Borneo on General Motors nickel and stuff. So
okay.
A lot of very interesting assignments and so forth, buying, selling companies and that kind of stuff. And then after GM, I worked as a managing director of a turnaround management consulting company, either turning companies around or in some case you had to liquidate them and so forth. So that's a thumbnail of what I did.
Okay.
How much
local
fun
politics, I know. Local politics. You threw your hat in the ring. What did you do for us?
I was on city council for one term and so forth, and it was very interesting, a very educational experience and so forth. So the city is it's a very vertically integrated city in the sense that it owns its own airport and marina and that kind of thing. And then they have a very extensive project going now with Three Corners that is hopefully they'll be able to do a groundbreaking there soon. So
I know.
Actually, we just had a groundbreaking this past weekend. In Memorial Island Park, they are going to build a World War II memorial, and it's going to be a stage which can be used by all groups for different events and different occasions like Memorial Day and Veterans Day and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Barbara Ruddy has been working so hard on that with
She's raised a lot of
many
money
other
for it.
people.
Yep.
I mean, I know it's her and a whole entourage of, people.
Tony Young is one of the great guys, the former mayor, if you would.
Right.
Actually, the fellow encouraged me to run for city council.
Well,
and he's a
good.
Retired military officer.
Yeah. And so, we're going to talk more about like what's going on in Vero Beach, but there's big news afoot about the office, the physical office. And it's a great place, right?
Yeah.
For foot traffic, but you're moving, but to another great place with foot traffic. So
we've been
tell us
6
about
years
the move.
there on 14th in the front of the Masonic Lodge and so forth, but we're moving directly across 19th Place and to a larger facility. And in this particular case, we've decided that it would be we have more in common than anything we have in competition, and that is Main Street Vero Beach is moving out of their facility under the marquee on 14th, and we'll be sharing that office space at 1420 19th Place. We're really looking forward to it, and we appreciate your help this morning helping move some of the material and some of our visitor information material across the street. So thank you.
Yeah, everybody knows I'm on this fitness journey, and I indulged Olivia Holland, who is a fellow Toastmaster. She's also a very talented baker. I'm just going to throw it out there, Miss Olivia, that you have to open up your own business. I overindulged in cupcakes, but I worked off my cupcakes.
Very good. Yes, you did this morning, for sure.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
A lot of help. Thank you.
And so what I like about where you're located, where the Masonic Lodge is, directly across the street, Dale Sorensen, but a few doors away from that corner is where the chamber is. But you're going to have the turtle outside during the day.
And we have a big patio in the back and so forth. It's right on 14th Avenue and stuff, too. So and we'll put a sign out there, Visitor Information Center, and it's the handiest place in the world to get 32963, too.
That is that. Yes, I know. Judy Davis is a board member and she also works for Vero News. She handles all the advertising, so she always makes sure that there's stacks of newspapers there. Okay, another big successful thing, the Sunset Concert Series. So what is this for those that don't know?
Well, for years, the Oceanside Business Association put on a concert on the second Saturday of every month on Ocean Drive, closing off the street, putting a big stage in there, and having a band, all free.
Right by Humiston Park.
They decided they didn't want to do it anymore, and they offered it to the Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce. And so now, for over a year now, we've picked it up, and for 6 months during the year, from November to April, we have it there. We call it Sunset Saturday Concerts. Again, it's free, and when the weather's good, we have just a huge crowd, probably 10, 12,000 people, I would guess.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it is
just huge.
Thousands of people. And the weather was delightful the beginning of March, March 9th, when we had it. It was like a sea of people. And I was also helping to volunteer to serve drinks. Selling. You guys were selling the little tokens, and I was redeeming those tokens for beverages. And so now we have one more coming up, the second Saturday of April
13th.
So what I want people to know is that the businesses that, even though this is potentially probably the last concert for the season, okay, there's still available sponsorships.
Absolutely.
And you get in front of a bazillion people. We'll just say a bazillion. Okay. And then for next season, okay, just get out your little, what do you call it, your little budget, and budget yourself in as a business owner to sponsor for next season.
Yes, we really appreciate that. Again, it's a free concert, and we're a volunteer Chamber of Commerce as well, so we put those concerts on as a community service, not trying to do anything other than break even after paying for the stage and the police and that kind of stuff. So any help that you can give us in terms of sponsorships, and we even have vendors, 4 or 5 vendors each month and so forth.
The
so
food
that's all.
Trucks. Oh my goodness, it's really,
but the crowd is just incredible, and the dancing and everything else.
There's plenty of dancing up in the front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's sort of interesting is people just go up into the park there, Humiston Park, and park at the benches and just enjoy the concert from there.
Yeah, there's people like sitting alongside, but then people bring their chairs and you just sit in the street, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, we tell people to bring their own lawn chairs and stuff and all. So.
Yeah, but leave your cooler at home.
Yeah, please.
Support the chamber. Yeah, actually people do listen, because it says no cooler on the signs and everything, because there's plenty of beverages. There's, beer, wine, water, soda. Yeah, so that's...
And the vendors have other beverages as well, too.
That is true. Okay, so
Fun
now...
time is had by all.
I know.
Even the little kids. I'm just always amazed at how much the younger kids just love to get out there and dance.
Yeah, it's a family-friendly event. It's good for everyone. And it's all ages, too.
Oh,
It's
absolutely,
like,
yeah. We just pray for good weather, that's all.
Yeah, and we have had good weather. I think January might have been a little nippy.
A little problem.
It's okay. Just wear a sweater, dress in layers. It's Florida, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nippy's not too bad. It's when the wind and the rain comes, so that's all.
Oh, yeah.
But it is Vero Beach after all.
Yes, that is very true. Okay, so now, you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, let's take a break now. Look at this, Cindy. Thank you for waving that at me. We're going to take a break a minute early because I don't want to interrupt a question.
Okay.
And we have more questions. So there's a lot more to talk about the chamber. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Get ready to experience the rhythm of a lifetime with On Your Feet, the electrifying Broadway musical celebrating the extraordinary journey of Emilio and Gloria Estefan. From humble beginnings in Cuba to global superstardom, their music transcended borders and inspired millions. Don't miss your chance to dance, laugh, and sing along with the music that defined a generation. On Your Feet starts April 9th at Vero's beautiful Riverside Theater. But you don't have to wait. Get your best tickets now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
Blue Dolphin Pools strives to provide quality service with a well-trained staff in the field and in the office. They want you to know that your pool or spa investment means much more to them than just another account. They believe you have entrusted them with your investment, and they'll do their best to see that it stays in top condition. Blue Dolphin Pool has been in business over 35 years, setting them apart from the competition. Residential or commercial, Blue Dolphin will keep you in the swim. 567-5853.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Bollywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I was almost going to say the Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce because I've been spending a lot of time there lately. But I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I've been speaking with the chairman of the chamber, Bob McCabe. Yeah, I've been doing a lot for the chamber. I've only had my show going on 5 years. I'm going to get the hang of it.
Yeah.
I am. But before the break, we talked about, the Sunset Concert. But we're known as the event chamber, are we not? Did you not say that on the break? There's so many fun things. What are some of the other events that the chamber produces and/or is kind of affiliated with?
Well, there's a whole group of them. One of them that has been very successful for us, we've done it over a year now, is we refer to it as Muffins with Members. Mm-hmm. And we do it at a different business every month and so forth. And we did it just last week at Mind and Body over there on 37th Place.
Gorgeous
and you were there.
Place.
And since it is more on the feminine side of things, perhaps you would say a word or two about it. Their facility is fantastic.
Everywhere my eye rested, it was just so beautiful. We were not there for any services, but I walked out feeling just so refreshed and relaxed. It's beautiful. And you know what? You might think that it's, very feminine, but they do have services for men. Oh, yeah. And I was showing my husband some of the pictures, and he was like, I'll go. He was very happy to go to a couple's massage, so we're going to schedule that soon. However,
you got a coupon too, didn't you?
I did, yes. And but don't tell my husband. husband. That's for
okay.
me. Oh, no. Oh, and
And
darn
maybe
it,
does
Cindy,
he
he
listen to your
watches
show?
the show. He watches every episode. Ratted myself right out. Okay. But Muffins for Members, it's a cute name. However, it's open to anybody that wants to go, especially
absolutely.
those that want to check out the chamber.
And again, one of the big things we have is a constant contact mailing list, and we have over 800 people on it.
Yeah.
It's not just our 300 or so members.
Right.
So all those people get notices of when these events happen, and everybody's invited. We consider ourselves a very community-oriented organization. We're just trying
Most
to
definitely.
make people aware of different activities going on and stuff. So Muffins for Members is one.
Yeah.
The other one we do quite often, or once a month, we try to plan on, is Lunch and Learn.
Yes.
And you've attended a number of those.
The
we had one
Waterfall
of those.
Restaurant was the most recent one with Heather Stapleton.
Exactly.
So,
and
yeah.
we learned all about
The lagoon, the health of the
what
lagoon.
she has picked up, if you would. She's only had that job a short time, but her knowledge and expertise in the lagoon, and something that everybody needs to get more behind, and stormwater control and all that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
anyway, so we got Muffins for Members, Lunch and Learn, and then again we do, along partnering with the Main Street Vero Beach organization, we do Downtown Fridays all the time, and we put a tent up there and even put a light on it for the evening, so that all of our members that wish to do so can come,
Yep.
bring their promotional material and hand it out, and be there to meet and greet people at the Cocktails and Commerce.
And
at the
There's,
Downtown Friday
Downtown
events,
Friday.
if you would.
We're taping this on Monday, March 25th, but it's going to air a couple of weeks later. But so this Friday, I'm going to be there.
Thank you.
On your resource table, there's maps and there's calendars and there's all
Yep.
sorts of great information.
Yep.
So,
The other thing that we're partnering, or not partnering necessarily with, but supporting, is the farmers market that the Main Street Vero Beach has started again on 14th Avenue on the Wednesdays, I think
it's
it
the
is.
third Wednesday.
Third
Is
Wednesday
it
of the
not
month,
the
yeah.
third Wednesday?
Yep.
Yeah, the third Wednesday. I was there last week,
Yep.
and I did a social media post, and I'm telling you, people were asking me about my tomatoes. They were like, were those tomatoes as good as they looked? I'm like, actually, yeah. I was like vine ripened tomatoes
really?
from 5 Acres Farms. And then there was the mushroom
yeah.
man,
Yep.
Joseph. Oh my goodness. But you know what? When people see my social media, they'll be able to see. And then Josh, the Sunshine Pickle Company.
Yep, he's always there,
So
yep.
good.
Yep.
Yeah. There were a
But
lot
those
of
are
other.
very popular events. And again, it's just showing off Vero Beach and getting more excitement and activities for people to do, and network and get out there and so forth, which is an awful lot of fun.
Yes. Yeah.
And we do other events. We do 3 events a year under the Oaks, and those are all good. And if you would, we do a Pirate Fest, a Bacon Fest, and then a Holiday Shopping Fest there event that are very, very popular and stuff as well.
Resurrect Cocktails and Commerce.
You and I have talked about that and so forth. We did that for a while, and it didn't get an awful lot of play for a while, but I think
there was a lot of COVID, the reason for COVID,
Yep.
because we have different types of business people in town. We have the ones that are out early for their breakfast and they're working. Then we have
Yep.
the people that like to get out for lunch. And then we have the cocktail crowd. Can you
Right.
guess which crowd I belong to?
I know the cocktail crowd, yeah.
Yeah, although I
Me
do
too.
like a good lunch, but then a muffin. Oh, I
Yeah,
like them
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, so I just want to make sure, because I want to make sure we get everything. Another big thing, Florida Chamber of Commerce. The Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce is now a member.
Yeah, there's a state chamber of commerce that supports all of the chambers of commerce around in different cities and so forth. And just last year we became a member of that, and they're very, very helpful in terms of networking with them, and they can answer a lot of questions and give us ideas as to how to promote the chamber and promote the people, the businesses that are here in town. And I do want to emphasize that our motto at the Vero Beach Chamber is Think Vero First.
Yeah.
So we really are trying to encourage all of our businesses to use, to the extent possible, the other businesses in town, but also to encourage everybody in the community to kind of shop local. That's where the most of the money. It's called economic development in the broadest sense, and that's where you keep the money in circulation in your own community, and to create jobs and create revenue that then again recycles through your own community rather than sending it up to maybe Detroit or whatever. So.
Yeah. You know a thing or two about Motor City.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But they're all dealers here, and the dealers here are independent businesses and so forth too. So,
So now Deb Avery, she's the president. You are the chairman. Deb Avery is the president, and the two of you do a lot of great work. However, you have two powerhouse women behind you because there's so much to be done.
I'm not always sure they're behind us. They sometimes are in front of us.
Yeah, but
like some of our volunteers.
Yes, that's true. But you, sir, are outnumbered. How do you feel about that? Brag about Laura and Linda a bit, please.
Well, first I have to say, that I don't feel intimidated about that. I have 4 daughters and 4 granddaughters and so forth. But no, Debbie and I are both volunteers. It's an all-volunteer chamber except for our 2 receptionists, and both Linda and Laura Kennedy and Linda Scott are both graduates of Vero Beach High School. So they know so many people who come in, and they know a history and the background of so much that relative newcomers. I only bought here in 1999, so I'm a real newcomer relative to a lot of folks and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and we've lived here for about 12 years now, full time. So, but the ladies, they're just fantastic, and they have brought so much to the organization and helped us in all events and stuff. So it's kind of a really fun place to hang out.
Oh, definitely. And the thing is that not only are they lifelong residents of Vero Beach, they're also active in the Rotary, they're active in the community. So when people come in and they're brand new here, it's more than just, here are some maps. They can really go in depth and answer questions. And people do stop in and hang out
all
for
the
a little
time.
while.
That's one of the things. We are a visitor information center, and the walk-ins that we have are everything from people wanting to buy here to just stopping in town, or they were up in Melbourne and they just came down this way, and what can they do? Where can they eat? Where can they get to the beach and see the beach and that kind of thing? So no, it's a real service to the community. It's what a chamber is all about and so forth.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, speaking about the chamber, we talked about the staff, but we have a plethora of members. It is really growing. Last year, when you were here last, you crossed over 300 members. And now, have you crossed over 400? Or
No, not
almost
quite and so forth, if you would.
It's almost.
We're pushing, if you would, but... our season is not exactly the same as the visitor season, if you would. Our season for really going after members is really when there's fewer tourists around and so forth, and they're looking for, more ways to promote their business and so forth. So, and we are taking on some additional support services, if you would, to go out and promote ourselves and to promote the chamber and all of our businesses.
Is that so, Cindy? Did you see what she just did?
No.
She told us that we have 2 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's fair. Do you? No?
She's the boss. I hate to tell you.
She is. She's the production engineer, so we have to listen to Cindy. Yeah. And so we have 60 seconds. Yeah. So I want people to know that for membership, it is incredibly reasonable, and there are so many advantages to it, like even promoting on the newsletter all the things that a business is doing and what they have to offer. That's contact. For free.
Yes, exactly.
They can do that for free. That's really nice, I just want to say. Yeah. So what else would you like to say with the next 40 seconds?
Just very briefly, we have an annual meeting coming up. We, as a corporation, we have to have an annual meeting of all of our members and so forth, and that's coming up on, I think it's Tuesday, the 23rd of April, and it's going to be at the Heritage Center, and everybody is invited, and we appreciate it. We have Erin Grawl as our speaker.
Very good.
And she's going to talk about legislative issues coming out of Tallahassee.
Yeah, she's a state senator.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, no.
Very good. I like that a lot.
That's something that should be a lot of fun, and there'll be lunch served, and you just need to RSVP, and Love to have you.
Well, because we have 1 minute left, I don't want to knock my microphone over, but I'm going to add that to my calendar, and the whole board will be there. And your board is made up of the business leaders of the community and some newer ones like Ray from PostNet. He's incredibly
He's new in
active.
town from New York even and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have Tina Nicholson and
But unfortunately, we have to say goodbye. Thank you for being here again. There is so much going on. And for everyone that's listening and watching, my name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. Have a safe, productive, wonderful week. Until next week, I miss you already.
Thank you.